Right, Stevie Boy said, why do Liverpool allow contracts run down? Is it money or the player not extending? As for Gordon, Liverpool ain't paying that money. I agree on the last part, and I don't know the answer to the first part. It seems like silliness to me. I don't mind it as much for the likes of a Virgil or a Salah or a Matip or, somebody at the latter stages of their career. I don't mind it as much then. It's still not great, but I can understand it. What I can't understand, Stevie Boy, is Trent. How do you let Trent get down to the last year of his deal? And again, a quote from David Ornstein really has me scratching my head. Liverpool prefer to retain all three, Virgil, Trent and Salah, but there are many considerations on both sides before we establish an outcome. Liverpool don't want them to enter the final 12 months of their contract, but that is possible. Now, David Ornstein is an honest man. David Ornstein is a brilliant journalist, and I have absolutely no doubt that that is exactly what David Ornstein has been briefed. But it doesn't make sense. How can you say you don't want them to get to the final 12 months of their deal when 13 months out, 1 month to go, there's still no new deals, no offers? It's a mess totally of the club's own doing, unless there's a reason financially that I don't understand or maybe we've missed. It's madness to me. Madness. You're running the risk of potentially losing Trent if he wanted out, and I hope he doesn't, for pittance. It's madness. So how can they be briefing that? Because we had these conversations, I want to say these conversations went back, let's say October, November. There was talk that in the new year these contracts were going to be dealt with. Then the Jurgen Klopp announcement came out. Then the club, of course, had to go and put in a new sporting director, and Michael Edwards came back in, Julian Ward came back, and all the other stuff happened. But you can't go saying you don't want him to go into the final 12 months when we're a month out from that happening. It doesn't feel sincere to me. Do I see all three leaving? No. I see one of them leaving, Salah. I think Virgil will get a new deal. I can't speak to whether he'll get a pay rise or not. I don't know. Trent, it should be a no-brainer for the club to give Trent a new deal. He's gone 25 now, gone into his prime. So no, I can't see all three leaving because I can see others leaving who we haven't spoken about yet. So for me, on that, Salah might be the only one, unless he wants to run down his deal. And I'm going to say something now that is going to get me in trouble, but I don't care because I say it as it is. If I'm at Liverpool Football Club and if Mohamed Salah and his agent say to me, well, we're going to run down our contract and we're going to leave next year for free, I put him on the bench for the season and I don't care. And don't come at me, don't care. If your heart isn't here and you really sincerely don't want to continue on with the project, I don't care if it costs 350 grand a week. Couldn't care less. Football club comes first. Football club always comes first. And we've always said the same. And Jurgen has said it. If you don't want to be here, off you pop. And people are going to come at me and go, that's stupid. Why would you put somebody who scores 25 goals a season on the bench? I get it. I understand your point. Doesn't change how I feel though. Doesn't change to me that's it just doesn't change my stance. I'd say the same if it was another person in this situation. No, I don't know. I'm not here to tell you that that's what Mohamed Salah is going to say. I genuinely don't know. Mohamed Salah may agree a move. Mohamed Salah may agree an extension. I don't know what way this works out. But I've always told you that this whole situation over the last year and in previous term, remember, there was also one post where somebody said that he'd play for another Premier League club if he had to. I remember that post coming out when one of his contract renewals was coming up. And again, I'm going to be honest with you guys because I've had enough of it all. I'm sick of the distraction, lads. I'm sick of it. Everything is a drama. Goes away in international duty. Drama. Have to fight with the Egyptian FA. Contract renewal. Drama. Played out on social media. Drama. Meets with the PSG president. Drama. I don't like it. We wouldn't let anybody else away with it. Are you telling me now, if you've seen I don't know. Let's pick somebody. Right, you see. I'm trying to pick Allison. You see Allison having a conversation with Florentino Perez in a cafe after we've played a league game. You're going to tell me that we'd all be sound about that, right? Nothing to see here. Come on now. Come on. I think we've been more than fair. And that's before we get into the other stuff. You know, around the Mane situation. It's just been long in the making for me, and it's just too many distractions. And sometimes you're worth those distractions. Sometimes you put up with sacrifices until they're not good enough. And for me, right now, it's the time to say goodbye. That's how I feel. Definitely concerned with contracts of Trent, etc. Thought things would have been sorted. Maybe we'll hear by Sunday. It concerns me as well, because we were told that these situations were going to be dealt with in the new year towards the latter part of the winter. And then, look, I understand that Jurgen made his announcement then, and the club's situation had maybe changed, but also the club knew in November what Klopp was going to do. So if they were briefing journalists to say that the contracts are going to be sorted soon, I don't know. I just find it mad that they've let this situation happen again. You know, Trent, Salah, Virgil, we're not talking about three no-marks here. We're talking about three of the club's most important players. And all of them have been let run down their last year. And the one that sticks in my throat most, of course, is Trent, because he's 25. He's in his prime. And Real Madrid are hovering around, and Bellingham's at Madrid, and he's mates with him there, and I hope there's nothing to it, but I tell you, it definitely does have me a little bit concerned until we see that announcement. And look, I truly hope that Trent signs that new deal and it's all straightforward and we're all good to go. Certainly Virgil has come out and said that he loves the club and plans to be here, so it looks like Virgil wants to be here as well. So again, we'll have to wait and see.